Hello everybody, welcome to the stream today. I just want to do some hanging out and we are going to make some randomly generated characters on DnDBeyond. So, let's see. My source is going to show on the actual stream. There we go. Cool. So I am a dungeon master at Orcs, which is a pop-up tavern in Portland, Oregon, and we are going to be having a Valentine's Day themed event next Monday on the 11th, and I believe it's all sold out now, but originally I was going to put together a Valentine's Day campaign, but I realized that all of my campaigns are Valentine's Day themed anyway, so in favor of like saving my voice since I've been sick, I decided that I want to be a player and just take some notes from different DMs and learn different play styles, and I mean just have kind of a more low-key night and be the person who's not like trying to keep the pace. I just want to be a participant this time and not the game master. So I have two different characters that I made. So let's see my characters. So these are the characters I have happening right now. Finrail was a character I played in one of Drika's games. That's level 15 druid on Twitter. She's amazing, and that was a really fun campaign to kind of break the ice for me and a lot of my different Twitter friends. Jink is it says human, but he's actually a pine marten, and he is who I'll be playing in Lipacheski's Small Folks game. Super excited. Next week we are having one of the Small Folks games, and it will be streamed, and you can find more information on my Twitter. The link is below in that corner, or not link, but my handle. Riza Sarima I play. She is this sassy little Eladrin bard, and she's so much fun to play, and that's at Doctor's game. We're running Waterdeep Dragon Heist. And then Jazz and Teacup are characters I did for one-shots. Jazz I played in a recent campaign. I don't know if we even titled the campaign, but it was with Luke Hansen. And she's like in her 50s, which just kind of getting up there. I mean, halflings have a little bit longer lifespans, but it was just really fun to play kind of like tough, motherly cleric. I just really enjoy that, because usually I play like the crazy character who's like not 100% in agreement with the team, or like doesn't really care about them very much, but this character is really oriented towards just being able to help out. So for Orcs, I don't use Dungeons & Dragons Beyond, D&D Beyond, other than to like pull up monster stats. So I'm actually writing these out so that it'll all fit on one sheet of paper. So I finished Jazz this morning. There wasn't anything that I noticed that I really wanted to change, but there were certain like feats that I totally forgot about when I wrote out all of her different like class and racial features. I did not know that Disciple of Life meant that my healing spells all added 2 extra hit points because Jazz is a life domain cleric, and I was like, oh, I've been like short-sheeting people on their heals, so whoops, good thing that was only a one-shot so far at least. And then So Jazz is a stout halfling, not just like a regular halfling or a lightfoot halfling, and they actually get like resistance, like actual resistance to poison damage, and that was really cool. And I don't think it came into play, but it's something that I never remember. Hey Luke Handsome, I'm talking about you. He says the one shot was called Stumble in the Jungle. And hello Hopgob, how's it going? Yeah, so if you guys just got here, I'm just making some pregens. Want to play one of them, but on Monday at Orcs, but I'm not sure what level I will be joining as. Oftentimes we start people out at level 1, and the ranges are usually like between 1 and 3 levels, so like level 1 to 3, level 2 to 4, level 4 to 6, and that kind of thing. So I'm kind of just making one for each category. So Jazz is level 2, Teacup Menagerie is the one I'm working on right now, and it's 3 levels in Ranger and 1 level in Rogue, and that was actually mostly randomized. It gave me 1 level in like 4 different classes, and I mean, I know some people multi-class that way, but I want some of those like level 2 and 3 features that you don't get right off the bat, so I messed around with it a little bit. And then I swapped out their weapon for a flail because that seems pretty cool. Especially for like Valentine's Day, just having some like sassy weapons. I just really am at, so her Teacup's dexterity is only a 12, but I'm just imagining like this more acrobatic-y type ranger who does some sneakies, and I wanted some like cool weapons that would have a lot to do with like more dancing techniques than like savage techniques, so I decided to go with spear and flail. It just sounds awesome to me. Flails are cool. I cannot believe it does 1d8 damage. I had no idea. So let's see. And I'm gonna be snacking on some almonds, but if I'm like munching into the mic, please let me know because that's super obnoxious and I don't want to be that person. Hey Cal, we know you're always flailing. Okay, so Teacup's initiative bonus is 1. She's not dexterous. Speed is 30. AC is 12. I think also writing this out on paper, excuse me, helps me to learn more about how to find everything on DnDBeyond, because the layout can be a little bit confusing, especially when you change the view from like full screen to like half screen. It completely changes the layout. It's probably gonna fuck with stream capture, but whatever. Like then you have these like little bubbles and you have to find it differently. So yeah, I'm liking writing everything out. Kind of nice. Welcome to the show, everybody. Good morning, or afternoon or evening, depending on your time zone. So, oh, I forgot to write her hit points down. Hit points, I think she has, oh, oh, I did not realize that I would have 2 different hit die numbers. That's really interesting. Cal says, I was using that narrower layout during Celtic Knot because I had that on half the screen and chat on the other half. It does take some practice, and I think people used to like building out their characters on their PCs can really struggle with the change from like PC to mobile, because I'll see people come to Orcs or my home games and try to use their phones not a tablet, but a phone to use DnDBeyond, and it honestly slows everything down so much because you have to like look for the right thing and change pages, and if like your Wi-Fi is being a little crappy, then it just takes a while. So I honestly am starting to like really prefer computer and tablets, just because you have a bigger screen and it's easier to see everything for using this website. I mean, that's totally up to personal preference, and that's just my opinion. You don't have to take that to heart if you don't want to. Cal says, hit dice are based on the levels in their respective classes. I didn't know that for a while because my only multi-class character has D8 hit dice for both classes. Yeah, I've never had... So, I've never actually played a multi-classed character. So that's why I decided to like leave multi-classing on for the randomly generated characters, because I wanted to like see what I could do, and this character is gonna be it's really a glass cannon. Like it's so bad. Okay, so the way I'm gonna write this, it's in the hit dice box. I mean, it's also up to preference, but I just wrote them like side by side, and I'm just using tally marks to tell me how many I have. I mean, you can do that however you want, but that's gonna help me out, I think, in the long run. Okay. So what kind of characters have you guys been making? Y'all active chatters. Okay, time to write down all of these special action things. Okay, primeval awareness. 1 minute per spell slot expended. I don't know like a short way to write this. I think I'm just gonna write down that feature, and if it turns out that like I want to use it, I'll probably look it up on DnDBeyond, or maybe like write it out on the back of the page later or something. I don't know. Yeah, Cal, you did make a Kenku Druid. How are you liking that character? And Luke's Dragonborn Wizard. I played a wizard one time. I've never had an original character as a Dragonborn. Like, I've had a lot of players play Dragonborn, but I guess I don't really spend that much time as a player. I have like my 2 campaigns and like the occasional one shot, but it's mostly dungeon mastering for me. Okay, bonus actions. BA 2-weapon fighting. Which I always have to remind myself what that actually does. So, light melee weapons, you can use your bonus action to attack if you have one in each hand. Gotcha. Bonus attack doesn't get ability modifier, just proficiency modifier. So I don't think flail is not light, neither is a spear. A javelin is light, I believe, but I just want her to have like the reach, and just be kind of like fancy dancy. Her AC is 12, guys. That's shit. 12 is shit for level 4. She's gonna get crushed if she gets hit, but I have something really exciting to like point out about this multi-classing in a minute here. Yeah, common shorthand is page numbers. I'm not gonna have my player handbook though. I'm just gonna use my phone, because it's like the thing about orcs is like you have your like dinner plates on the table, and usually maps and stuff and miniatures, and like people have like, well, people as in me, I usually have like 3 drinks because I really need beverages all the time, like an excessive amount of beverages, and I'll drink them all and I'll refill all of them. But it just takes up so much table space, and unless you're like lucky enough to be at a table where the DM has like a fancy extra table set up where like the map can be over the regular table so you can like put your notes and stuff underneath, I'm just like, whatever I can do to minimize the amount of shit I bring as a player, that's gonna be kind of nice. Unless it's like a home game or online, then I can just spread out and take up my usual like 4 people's worth of space. So yeah. Kel enjoyed the Judy stuff you got to do in session 1. Yes, I enjoyed the stuff you guys got to do, and I really enjoyed that you turned into a dog with your wild shape. That was really cool. So I never think of doing like the simple ones like that. Like a dog actually makes sense for a lot of things, tracking related and whatever. But I would just be like, yeah, it's a cat. Even if it doesn't make sense. That should be, I think that'll be in spells. I like to write my special action stuff, like not in the spellcasting block, but in the equipment and character notes section. That way it's like below it, but I can still see it. Stuff fills up when you're actually campaigning though. It's pretty cray-cray. Hellish Rebuke. Okay, so this is the part that I was really excited about, guys. So my other special things I can do with my actions is Colossus Slayer from Ranger. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, the creature takes an extra 1d8 damage if it's below its hit point maximum. So if this guy is injured, like along the same lines as Toll the Dead, I can just add an extra d8 damage when I hit. So my modifiers for hitting are not that great. It's 2 and 3. But if I do hit, then and it's been like injured at all, it's gonna do so much damage. And then sneak attack, which is my little roguey thing, you get an extra 1d6 if you have advantage when you're using a finesse or ranged weapon. And so that's why I went longbow and spear, because spear is like melee and also ranged, so I can like in theory, if I am if I'm using my spear specifically, longbow, I think I get disadvantage if it's under 150 feet away. I think that's how it works. I have to check. I usually use short bows. If I'm using my spear and I'm like 20 to 60 feet away, I can like see if there's multiple bad guys next to each other. If one of them's been hit, I can shoot that one and stack on an extra 1d8 plus 1d6 to damage. So for my spear, it's going to be 2d6 plus 1, 2d6. One of that, that's a really bad way to math in language. So 1d6 plus 2 plus 1d6 plus 1d8. That's what I was trying to say. And I think the 1d8 from being versatile is only for melee. I don't think you can do a two-handed throw. Just like, yeet! Okay. So it's just melee range, so just 5 feet away. So yeah, if I'm 10 feet away, everything's good. Thank you for reminding me how range works, Caldranon. He says, disadvantage at melee range, 5 feet. Normal from 5 to 150 feet. Disadvantage from 151 to 600 feet. Can't shoot beyond 600 feet. That sounds right. I think it would actually be disadvantage from 155, but just because of the way squares and hexes work. My very first character was a ranger, and I played it for half a game. And then the game ended. It was just a bunch of kids and one of the family's dads, and I think we wore him out a little bit, and then it was like dinner time or something, and he was like so relieved to stop the game. Yeah. Poor guy. So, closest Slayer Snake Attack. Cool, I wrote this down. Got down my proficiencies. Light and medium armor. Shields. Excuse me. I'm trying to breathe almonds. Not working. Simple and martial weapons. My cleric only gets simple weapons. That's dumb. Thieves' tools. I wonder if I put that in her equipment. Nope. She needs some thieves' tools. Sweet. And then common. Deep speech. Infernal. And primordial. Sweet. Okay, so Ranger gets favored enemy undead. Which is why I get primordial for some reason. I think the thing with undead is like undead in general don't have a specific language, so you can really pick and choose. And DnDBeyond makes it simple to explain, but like my players who have been rangers will really like fight me on that. In the past, I was like, I just pick a language, guys. Like, it's okay. Okay, natural explorer. There's like so much built into natural explorer that, oh, here we go, bullet points, that's better. That is useful for the whole group. It's kind of surprising. So, in the Underdark, there will be no difficult terrain. We can't get lost. We can't be surprised. I can stealth fast if I'm alone, and we find twice as much food, and can learn the exact number, the size, and how long ago other creatures passed through the area. That's amazing. And you get more favored terrains as you level up. Okay, Cal, have a good work day, work boy. Thanks for chilling for a little bit. I'm not gonna be on the stream very long either today, but figured I'd just like hang out and just share what I'm building on DnDBeyond. Okay, fighting style. This is gonna be dueling. Okay, this is where I need to make sure I write it down in my special stuff for attacks, so if I hold my flail or my spear in one hand, it's an extra +2, so my flail becomes 1d8 plus 4, my spear becomes 1d6 plus 4. It's pretty good. You can do 12 or 10 damage. It's pretty nice. Spell DC. And spell attack. Get to know. I'm a hunter. Primeval awareness. I already wrote that down. Colossus Slayer, wrote that one down too. Nice, 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 nice. Oh yeah, I gotta write down all my proficiencies soon. Sneak attack's good. Thieves can't. Oh yeah. Dark vision. Where did I write resistance to poison on the other one? Hellish resistance, because I'm a tiefling babe. It's gonna be resistance to fire damage. One way that like Alora in Celtic Knot, which is my streamed Dungeons & Dragons campaign, described how she would like hellish resistance to play out, which I really like too. Is just that like when the adventurers make a campfire at night, the tieflings will just like sit in the fires and just like chill on the coals and just be like toasting, kind of like Lucy in Disenchantment. I just think that's such a hilarious image, and there's like so many technical problems with it, like when your clothes catch on fire, but I love it. So maybe at higher levels I can let that happen for my players. It's just like if you're a tiefling or whatever, you've like developed enough of a resistance over time that you actually can do that. It would just be fun. Okay, and then I get Thaumaturgy and Hellish Rebuke. Cool. No feats. My Haunted One alignment. Doing Chaotic Good. This character's personality traits and stuff. She likes to read and memorize poetry, helps keep her calm, and brings her fleeting moments of happiness. Her ideal is to kill monsters to make the world a safer place and to exorcise her own demons. She has a child to protect, and she must make the world a safer place for him or her. I'm not gonna say too much about that, in case I want to play this later. And her flaw is she assumes the worst in people. In the Haunted One background, that's actually from Curse of Strahd, which makes a lot of sense. So, those who look into your eyes can see that you have faced unimaginable horror and that you are no stranger to darkness. Though they might fear you, commoners will extend you every courtesy and do their utmost to help you. Unless you have shown yourself to be a danger to them, they will even take up arms to fight alongside you should you find yourself facing an enemy alone. It's like you just are like a little bit more vulnerable than other adventures, maybe, because of something you experienced. And I think that's like a really, like, it's cool mechanically. I mean, if anybody remembers to bring up their background mechanics, that's kind of fun, but also like just from like a role-playing perspective, like that's gonna influence your personality so much between the traits I randomly picked and then the background. It's gonna make like really fun, I think. Fun and sad. That's me in general. Okay. Okay, I can get 3 spells. I was like, why do I have no spells? Haunted One background is awesome. I agree, Luke. So, let's see. Hunter's Mark is a good one for show. For those who don't know, it's bonus action, which is great. And you can do extra damage, and you have advantage on finding it. And it lasts an hour. It's so great. Luke says his Blood Hunter NPC and Gunslinger has it, and it is... Oh yeah, for sure. And Blood Hunter and Gunslinger, those are cool ones to have Haunted One background. It's very like traumatized lone wolf on the road kind of vibe. It's pretty good. I don't know what to pick for other things, especially for a one-shot. So Goodberry, great for campaign, not that exciting for a one-shot maybe. Triple Jump, I mean that's kind of cool. What about Long Strider in Speak with Animals? Oh, Cure Wounds though. Oof. What do you plus 2? Do I take Cure Wounds or do I take Long Strider? Oh man. I'm just gonna use Long Strider. Might as well, why not? Just play a little riskier. It's fine. Okay, 2 open fighting, and now my other bonus action, it's gonna be Hunter's Mark. And I'll list my spells up here in my attack and spell casting attacks and spell casting block. Yeah. Long Strider. So have you used Long Strider, Luke? How's it worked? Because like I always look at it and I'm like, yeah, be a little bit faster, like, take longer steps or whatever, but I never actually use it if I do give it to myself, so then I like swap it out later. Sorry, jeez. Okay, so I'm writing down my spells. I like to list what they're called, whether it's concentration, the casting time in range, and how long it lasts, and like any special stuff that I will remember. Nukes, in regards to Longstrider, is I use it for either retreating or to get in a better position on the board. Yeah, that makes sense, especially retreating, because that like extra 10 feet means people can't quite catch up to you. I mean, most humanoids, I should say. Most normal, like average, okay. I mean, there's a lot of exceptions. Should not generalize so hard for that one. Okay, Hunter's Mark, Longstrider. One action. Plus 10 feet speed for 1 hour. Speak with animals. I'm very familiar with that one from living my entire life as a ranger in general. Self, it's 10 minutes. And it's fairly self-explanatory. And then Hellish Rebuke. Ooh, it's 2nd level. One reaction, 60-foot range. It has a 60-foot range? I had no idea. DC 11, oh that's crappy. But 3d10, is that fire damage? Yeah. 3d10. Why is this only 2nd level though? Maybe it's just since it's not like an actual spell, and because it's part of like the tiefling stat. I'll have to go back and check in the features and traits. 3d10. Y'all. In like a sequence where I hit someone and they hit me and I used Hellish Rebuke. So within like a 1.5 turn sequences, I could potentially do 14 plus 6 is 20 plus 8 is 28 plus 3d10, no, plus Hunter Mark, so plus 1d6, 28, 34 plus 30. I could do 64 damage in 1.5 turns if like all the situations were right. That's like honestly a glass cannon, and at another player at my level, that would be a killing round. Like insta kill, not just like drop him. That's crazy. Okay, I gotta figure out this Hellish Rebuke thing. Oops. Okay, once per long rest, Hellish Rebuke at 2nd level. Charisma is my spellcasting ability. Oh, that's why it sucks. What do I even need intelligence for? I don't know. I know. 60 whatever I said damage? That's so much damage. What? 64, I think? That's ridiculous. Like, honestly ridiculous. Why have I not multi-classed, guys? I think my main reason for not multi-classing before now is that I really wanted to like bust out like those early level things that you can collect at like level 5 or at level 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. Not that I've ever played a character through level 8 from level 1. But it's just like, oh yeah, the next thing is really cool. I want to go for that instead of switching to some other class. But I might have to do that more. This is fun. Okay. So I think I'll write out the personality traits and characteristics real quick. I like to read and memorize poetry. It keeps me calm. It brings me fleeting moments of happiness. Maybe I will have to look up some like short poems to actually memorize because that would be really fun. Or just like little rhymes or things that I would say in the spur of the moment as teacup menagerie. Ideals. I kill monsters to make the world safer. And to exorcise my own demons. Okay, bonds. I have a child to protect. I have a child to protect. I must make the world safer. That's like a heavy burden. Because the world isn't safe even if there are no evil undead monsters. Just plain old regular people monsters anyway. Flaws. I assume the worst in people. Like, this person needs some like therapy. Haunted One background, guys. If you have a character that you need to be really traumatized for some reason, Haunted One is a good way to go. Or terrible, depending on your perspective of that. Okay, gotta fill out the proficiencies and then I will be done. I get acrobatics expertise, which means I have 5. Arcana is also 5. Investigation. Oh, I wonder if I actually messed up my expertise by changing the background to Haunted One. Perception is 4. Stealth is 5. And survival is 4. Okay, let's go back into the character builder. Class features. Efficiencies. Is it in rogue? Expertise. Acrobatics and stealth. Efficiency bonus is doubled. Oh, okay, my dexterity modifier is 1, which is why it's still not low. I'm used to like expertise, meaning I have like a +9 in something, so I must have just confused myself there. Okay, so I think I've pretty much filled this out. There's not as many features and traits to keep track of. I mean, the list looks pretty long, but I have a lot of these things written on different parts of the page that make more sense to me. So I think I'm good on this character. So what I'll do is I will roll up another character real quick, and then I'm gonna not have very much time to spend on the stream before I need to go today and got some school to do, but let's just do the basics and build it, and I won't like write it down or anything, but I'll do that later probably. So I did a level 2, so that's good for 1 to 3. I did a level 4 for this range. Let's do a level 6. Multi-class, yes. Oof. That's something I haven't played that a new DM for a one-shot wouldn't hate me too much for. Let's do... yeah, book learning. I have never played a half-orc, and that sounds like fun. Let's do a half-orc. I'm gonna see what name it comes up with. Yeehaw! I'm not gonna do a Dragonborn. Not because I have anything against Dragonborn, it's just like, especially for one-shots, I don't know the world that they're gonna be in, and Dragonborn is such like a, like, supposed to be rare, and I mean, it's a one-shot, you can do whatever the fuck you want most of the time, but like, I just want to do something that is going to be a little bit easier for the DM to work with, just because I'm always like just trying to be nice. Okay, ready guys? Here's the moment of truth. Okay, their name is Notier, half-orc barbarian. Let's do a portrait. I don't know what gender they are yet, but they just look kind of like pained. Yeah, yeah. That could be feminine or masculine. That works. Okay, so negative intelligence, really dexterous, pretty good strength and wisdom. That's like very playable. 43 hit points. That's not bad for level 6. Plus your initiative. Why is the armor class so crappy? I don't have any equipment, that's why. Let's do starting equipment. Martial melee weapon. Ew. Let's do a glaive. I think that's gonna, oh shoot, glaive. That'll be cool. And I want something a little bit more ranged, so we'll do a short bow. 4 javelins. Oh, that's cool. That's my timer saying like, bitch, you gotta go somewhere soon. Okay, I have sage background. Ooh, that's some like crappy intelligence for a sage, guys. But it's fine, it's fine, we can work with it.
We'll just see how this all plays out. Oh, I need some armor, y'all. I think. Light armor, medium armor, shields. Armor. It needs to be proficient in common. So... with a glaive and a short bow, we could do... we could do scale mail, and that's fun. It'd be really fun to draw too. I love scale mail. I have this awesome commission I just did, and I really want to post it because it's one of those that I like do, and instead of like trying to think too hard about it, I just like let my hand do whatever, and just like mix colors a different way than normally, and it just turned out beautiful. But it's a surprise gift for someone, so I can't share it for another week or so for no specific reason whatsoever. For a barbarian rogue wizard, do I need a shield? I don't. Wait, barbarian, does that mean I don't even need armor or can't wear armor? Oh, I can do a shield and not armor. Let's do that. Why did I do that? Skill mail. Let's remove that. Let's get a shield instead. We'll just pretend we're equipping. Okay, 16. That's not too bad for AC. I didn't even check what classes give me. Barbarian rogue wizard? What? Okay, Nuttier. No crying for you. So, rage, unarmored defense, reckless attack, danger sense. That all sounds pretty good. Rogue expertise and sneak attack. Ooh, and cunning action. Oh my god. A barbarian with cunning action? So you can just like run in and like beat them up in your rage and run out. I don't know if that's mechanically exactly how it works. I'm just hypothesizing here. It would take me a little bit. Yeah, silent rage. Okay, oh my goodness, so many emails. Wizard, I can do some spells with intelligence? Shit. No, that's bad. This is bad. The wizard is not good for someone with negative intelligence. Yikes. Okay, arcane recovery. Can use my spell slots to get 8 HP. The chosen creatures automatically succeed on their saving throws against the spell, and they take no damage if they would normally take half damage on a successful save. That's cool. That's like really nice. This is a nice guy feature. Dark vision, menacing, relentless endurance, savage attacks. Oh man, hits are gonna be so good. Okay, personality traits. Let's do some sagacious personalities. I like the idea of a half-orc speaking really slowly when talking to idiots, because some people... Oh man. My intelligence is so low, and talking slowly, thinking everyone else is an idiot. I could do that in a really funny way that's not as obnoxious, because I mean it's no fun if that's obnoxious, but okay, so let's do, we usually pick 2 personality traits, so I'm gonna use polysyllabic words that convey the impression of great erudition, but I'm gonna say them wrong. That's what I'm gonna do. It's comedy gold, Luke. It is. Ideals. Let's do self-improvement. I want, the goal of a life of study is the betterment of oneself. I just want to be a good person. That's all. Bonds. Ew. I sold my soul for knowledge. I hope to do great deeds and won it back. Maybe I sold my intelligence for knowledge. It's a really interesting concept. Some interesting stuff happening, guys. And then a flaw. Okay, most people scream and run when they see a demon. I stop and take notes on its anatomy. That could be fun since Notier is not that smart. Ooh, overlooking obvious solutions in favor of complicated ones. I, as a player, as a human person, get frustrated because I like the simple options. Sometimes I overcomplicate stuff. Everybody overcomplicates stuff sometimes, but like simple is best in my opinion. So that would really be challenging for me to play, and it would be fun, I think. But I don't know if I would just drive myself insane trying to be more complicated. Or if, like, my greatest fear would be that if I was like role-playing something that was overly complicated, that I would like actually start doing that away from the table, and that's like my nightmare. I try so hard to simplify stuff, especially with language, because I'm not spoken language really is not my strong suit. It's my weakest form of communication. So I think it would be how I want to do it. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Who knows how much I'll be playing this character. Okay. What spells did I get? Firebolt, Frostbite, Thunderclap. Very, like, environmental. I like it. But they're terrible because this is, like, the easiest DC to make ever. And such a low hit modifier. I guess never gonna freaking hit. Ooh, I get a familiar! And an unseen servant and a floating disc. Okay, those are really like smarty pants stuff, so at least those attack things are cantrips. I might poke around and see. If there's one that might be a little bit less risky. That's risky. How? Wait, what? spell slots? I'm so confused. Okay, I know 8. I have prepared 0. How do I prepare it though? Do I just need to click another one? Like... $13 plus dex. So 16. Ah, it just becomes 16 anyway. For 8 hours? I mean, that's pretty good. Then I wouldn't need the shield. And I think a glaive is two-handed, so maybe we'll do that. We'll get rid of the shield. Yeah, two-handed. Can't do shield with that, baby. Baby. I don't know what words are coming out of my mouth, guys. Ah, here we go. Spellbook. Prepare. Let's prepare. Find familiar. That's fun. Oh, and I can do those as rituals. Cool. Okay, but I actually don't want that. I can cast Find Familiar as a ritual. Let's do... I guess it should be mage armor, huh? Yeah, that's dex 10. Psh, psh. False life, you get more hit points, or mage armor, get more armor. Let's get more armor. I'm a running into the middle battle type of wizard. Sweet. I like that. Okay, and we gotta get a familiar before we call it a day. Add a familiar. Some of these are very big. Is there not a guideline? Bat, cat, crab, frog, hawk, lizard, octopus, owl, poison snake, fish, rat, raven, seahorse, spider, or weasel. Ooh. This person is very, like, barbarian rogue wizard. What would a barbarian rogue wizard half orc use as a familiar? Maybe a wizard? Oh, a wizardy type one? Like a frog? I just don't see the benefit of a frog ever. Or a crab, or a fish. Unless you're like underwater. Let's do a weasel. A bat. Bats are fun. Okay. Yeah, we can do a bat. That sounds good. And well, shall we name this No Tears Bat? Something precocious. Gregor. And if you understand the stance between Gregor and bats, I will love you forever. In the most platonic way possible. Okay. I think that's going to be the end of our stream for today, but this is fun. I love DnDBeyond and seeing how crazy randomly generated characters can be, and eventually at some point it'd be really fun to do like a all random generated one-shot, kind of like they did at Kate Welch shit at PAX South, I believe. It just sounds like a lot of fun, and honestly, why not? You can specify as much as you want to, for the most part, on like what it can come up with, so why not? Why not do your thing? Yeah, excuse me. Okay, well, y'all have a good day. I hope to be online again later. Maybe play some games, maybe work on some art. Kind of a few commissions. I'm just trying not to spoil things for the like gift commissions and stuff like that, so I'll figure out what I've got on the plate. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream, and I hope to see you later. And if you don't know, I actually am streaming Celtic Knot. That is our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign that has a lot of ties in to Norse and Celtic mythologies, and it's really fun. We had our very first campaign last week, and we will have our first episode last week, and we'll have our next episode next Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. PST. So if you like Dungeons & Dragons and want to see what my crazy players have come up with that are even possibly amongst the lines of a barbarian rogue wizard, go ahead and tune into the stream. Drop a subscribe if you want the notification, and we'll see you next time. Everybody have a good night.